We have stopped the millions of dollars that were coming in from these dark money groups and the Hollywood elites. There was over $10 million raised in a non-election year, and it wasn't on policy or position. It was just against me.
A lot of people just don't like you for whatever reason.
Well, and part of it is, I mean, the media, they do a great job of dehumanizing me, right? I mean, you just said you like me as a person. I'm funny. Okay. Well, nobody sees that. That's not a front page headline on the Denver Post.
That's true. But I'd also say you probably don't always help yourself in that way either, just being how you are. And I think you kind of don't give a about what other people think of you. I mean, you want to win votes. That's what you're doing here. But I don't think you're out there as a people pleaser generally.
Look, I have to admit that Lauren Boebert has a good point there. The media has been rough on her. I have not seen the headline, Lauren Boebert is funny, on the Denver Post. And that's weird. You'd expect to see that sort of thing on a newspaper. But anyway, look, that's her being whiny and trying to, again, not take responsibility for anything that she does. That's been a constant in Lauren Boebert's, I'll say, life, certainly political career. Now, she's not alone in that. It's like a prerequisite for being a politician, certainly one of the MAGA politicians, that you don't take responsibility for anything that you did. But I would like to respond to that. Is it the media that is making people not like her? Or is it just that the media is reporting the things that you do and say and advocate for, and the result of people seeing that is that they don't like you because maybe you're not as likable as you think? Hey, I'm glad you're here. Listen, in order for the Damage Report to keep on going, we need viewers like you to become a member on YouTube. Can you click the join button on YouTube today? Thank you. I'm not saying that she never makes a joke or does something self-deprecating. I'm not saying that there are no endearing qualities to her, but I also know some other things that she's done. You remember this?
One of my staffers on his first day with me got into an elevator in the Capitol. And in that elevator, we were joined by Ilhan Omar. Well, it was just us three in there, and I looked over and I said, well, look at there, it's the Jihad Squad. Dropping and running, so we're good.
I just want Lauren Boebert to consider possible alternative explanation as to why people don't like her. Maybe it's not the media. Maybe it's that you are, I don't want to put this lightly, moldy old trash. Maybe you're a garbage person. Maybe you suck. Maybe you're classless. Maybe you're the sort of person that most good people would not want to be stuck in an elevator with for 10 seconds. Maybe that's what it is. Because you, desperate for applause, desperate for people to like you, told that same joke over and over and over and over again in appearances and podcasts and interviews and all of that stuff. How funny it was. You said the Jihad Squad because there's Muslim people there. You get it? There's Muslim people, and some Muslims have committed crimes. So because you're a Muslim, you're a terrorist. But don't worry, she didn't kill us or anything. Okay, plenty of Christians have shot up schools. If I get in an elevator with Lauren Boebert, do I get to say, oh, it's the school shooting squad, because they share a religion with her. Now, the only thing perhaps more gross than her telling the joke, the story, is that everyone in the room's Jihad Squad. Yeah, she is a Muslim. That's a great point. I forgot. Maybe that's part of why people don't like you. Now, I'm not saying that's the only explanation. There are others. Maybe it was when you, again, multiple times engaged in explicitly homophobic attacks against Pete Buttigieg and his partner because they took paternity leave, where you continually talked about how they were out chest feeding or whatever as an explanation for why you don't think that it should be pointed out that you voted against a bill and now you're trying to take credit for it being passed. So that looks bad for you. So you turn to some convenient homophobia to cover up with that. Again, have you considered the possibility that you're just a gross person and people don't like that? Or the fact that you continually waste our government's time trying to make points that can go viral or whatever. Like when you talked about public urination at a crime hearing, you just kept asking the same question to a witness because you didn't like the answer they were given. And you're just not as clever as you think you are. Maybe they don't like that. It's fine to not be clever, but people who aren't clever continually, desperately trying to, that comes off as kind of needy and kind of cringy to people. Maybe that's an explanation. Or maybe it's the fact that you don't seem to know who you are or the family you come from. When you tweet things like this, which you tweeted 2 days ago, Hunter Biden was proven guilty. How long until dear old dad gets involved and fixes this all up for him? Look, I understand that every Republican in America is sending out that exact same tweet or whatever, but you're the one whose family has a whole lot of legal troubles, including your kids. Now, I don't think you should be attacked for that. You're not responsible for all of your kids' crimes or whatever, but you are responsible for whether or not you show a little bit of empathy for another family that's experiencing a small version of what you and your family have experienced seemingly every 6 weeks for the past decade. You can't go a week without some sort of criminal charge against the Lauren Boebert family, including against her specifically. And some of that I definitely think is worth bringing up because she is responsible for her own actions, but completely forgets all about that so that she can get her attack in against Hunter Biden. Maybe that's why people have a problem with you, combined with the fact that you fled your district when you no longer had confidence you could win, the lying about the campaign finance and all that. By the way, look into her own campaign finance issues. There's plausible claims that she's stolen a significant amount of money in massive over reimbursements for travel expenses and things like that. I'm just saying there's a lot of reasons people might not like you. It isn't necessarily just that the Denver Post doesn't use the headlines you'd prefer. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.